Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to the next episode of North American Muslim Foundation Senior Talk Show funded by the New Horizons for Seniors. On our show for today, we have our guest Afia Talat. Afia Talat has been working in the community as a mentor. She has helped many youngsters, many seniors, and many families settle into the Canadian fabric. She has been helpful around the community. So let us hear from her today as to what challenges the community is facing, what challenges the seniors are facing, and if at all, what challenges she is facing as a senior. So, welcome to the talk show.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khairan kaseera for inviting me. I appreciate, humbly grateful.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you on the talk show
Thank you.
for today.
Jazakallah khair.
Yeah. We usually would like to know a little bit about your background. When did you arrive in Canada, and what led you to be a mentor in the community?
Okay. I will try to be brief and fast because when I came, it is an interesting story. I landed at New York because it was not a direct flight at that time. I found that I have missed the flight. I had to go to another LaGuardia. Was very scared because of being New York. Saw a Pakistani guy, asked him to help me, and I will share the money, and we both took the cab, and because he missed it too, we went to the other airport. Over there we found he had gone to his place wherever he wanted to. He had just come from Pakistan. I'm at the airport asking about my plane. They said, sorry, it has gone. Okay, what do I do? I am new. I'm first time. I have never flown before. This was my first journey. And the girl says, you can just sit at the airport. And there was all these conceptions about New York. It's a dangerous place. At that time, it was too much of those things going on. And I said, I cannot do that, but let's do one thing. Allah help me. And this idea came in my mind. I told her, my husband is looking for me at the airport, at least page him. So Alhamdulillah, they paged him, and my sister, mashallah, had given me a list of people, and one of her friends was actually in New York. And at that time, no phone, nothing.
Yes.
But, Alhamdulillah, Allah guided me. I called this lady. She said, my husband is not there. I will come pick you up. She took me to her place. She knew that I am sister of my sister.
Yeah.
And I called my husband that now I'm coming from Montreal the next day. My life started with a challenge. And now when I see back, I realize that in a way God was preparing me that, it's a beautiful country, everything is good, but of course in a new place there are going to be challenges. There were at that time there were more challenges. It was more like a cultural shock at that time. The resources were limited. So this is my story, and then from there on I realized, and I started giving to community as the time was passing by. My kids were growing and we had no resources. I and my husband did whatever was possible to organize programs for the community kids because it was benefiting my kids. That was the goal at that time.
Yes, exactly. When you find the needs of your children, then you come up, you develop into new programs. And I totally agree with you. When Allah puts any challenge on you, He's preparing you for the bigger challenge. And He's preparing you in a way that you are well prepared to take over the challenge.
Alhamdulillah.
And of course, migrating to Canada is not an easy task, and we all have taken that step forward.
Yes.
No matter what, we are facing the challenges. We're contributing to the society, contributing to the fabric of Canada.
Yes.
And we are very successful.
Alhamdulillah.
I should say, one way or the other.
We are.
Everyone contributes to the society.
Whatever
here.
little way, it's better.
That's
Good.
wonderful.
Okay.
Yes. As you know, Talat, we are interviewing seniors, and the reason is to find out the gaps within the services. Especially when you are young, you don't need to see a doctor as often as you do when you are a senior.
That's right.
But when you are senior, then you face other challenges of the services.
Right.
So can you identify any gaps in the services that can be improvised by the government?
You see, like what has happened in the last 20 years, we are now called baby boomers.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, the government has been busy on a lot of other things, but they were not focusing on the challenges that all these baby boomers would be needing a lot of more doctors, nurses, PSWs. Now we are hearing that there is a shortage of nurses, PSWs, all these helpers. So what do we do now? I think as a community, yes, we can always look forward towards the government, but then the government, they have to go through the process, and it is time consuming, and of course they need money too. So I think as a community, we have to look forward to other communities and how they have all these people coming forward helping each other. I'm very excited to see how one of the community, they have a bus services on their own, and they do like seniors for seniors.
Yeah.
So inshallah, the challenges are there, but we cannot just sit and say somebody will come and give us a hand. We have to stand, and seniors have a lot of time.
Yes.
And some of the seniors lady who are home, they are going through depression at this time, and there are other young girls who are looking for daycare because they want to work. It's inflation, and they can provide these services. If to a normal, you don't have to charge that much if you don't need the financial help.
Subsidized price.
So there are gaps, but there are few good things that happened because of the COVID. When I was going and waiting for 1 hour to the physician, I told her, listen, can you please do it on the phone? Of course, at that time it was not a norm. But now, even after COVID, hopefully, at least to seniors, they will understand that it is okay to call seniors at home for the medical appointment unless there are other physical things to be checked. So there are gaps, but I think the gaps have to be identified by having more get-togethers, more talk shows,
discussions, yes,
more sessions, and also identifying and then coming up with a program, not just identifying how to take the next step to make it more practical. And then awareness, I think, will come when there are going to be groups where they are going to talk about awareness. And the word is not coming in my mind. It is something is called like awareness groups or something like that.
Yeah, those are the social clubs and the awareness groups.
Awareness groups.
Yes.
There is a lot of need, especially in the masajid. We are in Toronto. We know the land value, and I feel sad sometimes that the mosque, they do 5 times a day, and this place could be used a lot more for the community need.
Yes, as an institution. You
As
can
an
use
institution.
It. And I liked it. You brought up the point of PSWs. Definitely, what I heard from most of the seniors is they are running short of PSWs. So they are training courses all across Toronto and Ontario for PSWs. But also we would like to, remind these people who are coming, like, as refugees or as immigrants, when they are looking for some good job, PSW jobs are also very well.
Exactly.
They're well paid and they are a blessed job because you're helping the seniors.
Exactly.
And also because here we depend a lot on ethnic communities and ethnic services.
Right.
Like if you speak the same language, the senior is more comfortable with that PSW because that PSW speaks that language.
That is so true.
So in Muslim communities, I think we need to push a little bit ahead so that we have more of PSWs and it doesn't take a toll on the services that are already being provided by the government.
Exactly. And one thing I don't understand that I am hearing a lot during this COVID is our seniors are complaining about depression. But the thing is, reach out, like one friend, like if the spouse has died or things, and reach out to other people who are in the same situation. And it is so easy. Pick up the phone, and there are a lot of ideas that I have in mind, but the thing is, one person cannot do everything. There was one lady who was sick and she had COVID. She went into depression. In my neighborhood, I felt guilty, to be honest with you, and I couldn't go visit. And I said, inshallah, what we did is I called 3 friends and made a WhatsApp group, and they were checking on her every day.
Yes.
And she realized, oh, I can do the same thing, WhatsApp video.
Yeah.
With my sister.
Yes.
So sometimes, it's a very small task,
Very true. Very well said.
and you can go so much ahead of the
Yeah.
thing. So let's hope there is more awareness, there is more talk, and I really appreciate about this program. It's going to bring a lot of more awareness to the community,
Yes.
inshallah.
Very true. No, you have very well spoken about that, because some of the seniors that I know of and who are living alone did do this, on the WhatsApp. They created small groups, and it was more like a good morning in the morning, assalamu alaikum
Very
in the
good.
morning.
Alhamdulillah.
And that really worked out. And now
Alhamdulillah.
they're depending on each other to get these messages every day.
Very good.
And the support system is getting stronger.
Alhamdulillah.
At the same time, again, as a community, you need to know who your neighbor is. You need to know who that person is living alone, and contact that even before they get into depression.
Exactly. I got it.
Do not let
Alhamdulillah.
them stay alone.
Yes.
It's your responsibility as a community
Yes.
in the neighborhood to check on your people living in the neighborhood, so you can create a healthy community.
That is so true. I think we would also need, a lot of ladies, I notice they are ready to do, but they say, oh, we don't know where to start.
Yes.
And we need people like you and some kind of a more solid platforms where there are get-togethers and they're giving the guidance. This is how you go about and do it.
I'm so glad that you got this point up. So I'm sure I'm going to develop a program
Inshallah.
which I can create
Inshallah.
awareness where everybody can help each other and get the community moving forward.
Exactly.
Yes. Coming to our next question, Talat, especially during the COVID times, we know that what we have just spoken about, the social isolation. But what did you do to maintain your sanity during COVID, and what do you do to maintain a good mental and physical health?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. I came from Umrah, could not go to Pakistan. March 2020, COVID was recognized, and I approached one of my younger friend, Bushra Saqib, in our community, and I said, and I always try to work with the younger people, try to mentor them because they are our future. I said, we have to do something for the kids right away, because I do have a background from before doing for the kids, and let's do classes on the Zoom. And if you recall, we were talking about Zoom at that time, and she, alhamdulillah, right away said, agreed to it, and we started different classes. And I said, your mothers are going to go crazy, these kids being home, they're not used to. This was the first time in history for the last 30 years. We started classes on Zoom, and a lot of kids came, so we had to distribute the classes different ages. So mashallah, that is still going on, and it has actually grown more. And Sister Munira Yusuf, she is mashallah alima, and she has been a very good help to bring to the platform teachers, and they are actually professional teachers from masjid, one of these masjid,
One of the religious
Abu Bakr
centers.
Masjid, and all these people, and they agreed to give their time to the community, because we do not charge any fees. This platform is not, because it's a sadqa jariyah for the whole ummah and for my mom, and there is no fees, so the teachers do not get fees, but they are being trained that it is important to give your time back to the community.
Yes,
Alhamdulillah, they are doing
And
it.
seniors can do that because they're well educated, they have been here for a long time, and utilize your time in the best way possible and leave a legacy behind.
Exactly.
Leave a legacy behind.
Inshallah, and it will keep going.
Exactly.
So-
That's a continuity there.
So this has helped me. Alhamdulillah,
Maintain.
Alhamdulillah, no depression. And then for adults, we started Thursday speaker series, which is at 9 o'clock. We
Wonderful.
call different speakers. It's again on
Yeah.
Zoom. And what is the best thing that has happened? There is another sister. Her name is Nahid. She's from Ummati Sisters. She has developed a platform. She's doing a very big service also for the kids. She's developing lots of
So,
programs.
since the program is about seniors, we would like to stick to the
Okay.
topic of seniors.
Okay,
But
sorry.
that's a great thing that you're doing.
The idea.
Volunteering and expressing all the ideas that have been worked in.
But the
community
seniors can
during-
do that.
Of course. Now that's what we would be talking about. That's a very valid point that you have mentioned. New Horizons for Seniors is the program that motivates seniors to volunteer in the community, and that was exactly what Sister Talat was explaining to us. Now, Talat, coming back to transportation, Wheel Trans is available for seniors, but it doesn't come easy to all the seniors. So, did you at any time face any challenges for transportation, or people living in the community? Did they face any challenges? And do they know about the Wheel Trans service that's being provided?
Okay, very good question. I have dealt with them for the last 30 years for my parents, and they are in Toronto, and there is lots and lots of challenges dealing with Wheel Transit. The customer service is really challenging. There's a lot of waiting. I have been waiting sometimes for 15 minutes on the phone, and I wish inshallah they can come up with some kind of an app and train the seniors how to use the app. Then you are not depending on them.
Yes.
And the customer service, and they try their best. And unfortunately, because of the COVID situation is really bad right now.
Yes.
And they are sometimes half an hour late, 1 hour late. And again, coming back to this thing, instead of us depending on Wheel Transit, there is community care program where the seniors actually take some minimal charge and take the other seniors for the appointment. I have used this service from my mom in Durham.
Yeah.
So if there is more awareness how to avail this program and get involved, and our seniors who are driving can drive.
No, the carpooling and helping out, because they are some
Especially
youngsters.
for masajid, carpooling.
Yeah, that's so beneficial that everybody can do. Yeah, and coming back to the finances, did you find any challenges in the community that seniors are facing, especially with their finances? Because when they are young, they work, but when they are a senior, they do not go back to work, but they have to make do with whatever is being provided to them by their pensions. So, what suggestions would you have for them?
Finances is always a challenge at every age. It becomes more so because now your resources are limited income, and it is very hard. And sometimes some seniors are living with their kids. So sometimes that helps, and if they're living on their own, it is very restricted. But at the same time, I have noticed that there are financial helps to the community, and the only people who are actually squeezed are the medium people who cannot go for the help. Neither they are rich enough or they have a strong backing, so they do struggle. And again, I'm very optimistic and talk about solution right away. Again, these are the people who can come forward, make their life more interesting. Like a lot of women are doing the catering now.
Yes.
So this is giving them a chance to talk, to do things, cook, help the community, and help the husbands with finances.
Very good suggestions, Tala. These are very good and valid suggestions. Like the child care too. They can for 2 or 4 hours, they can take care of those children, and they can get a little bit of income through there. Small businesses will definitely benefit according to their capacity, according to their health, and their resources as well. They can provide the services back to the community.
Exactly.
Now, we did discuss valid points, and thank you for all your feedback.
No problem.
Because it's so essential to get these feedback from a mentor like you who's working in the community 24/7. And we hope that we have many more seniors who walk into your shoes and give back to the community, so we can create a healthy community for all of us.
Inshallah. I really appreciate for calling me, giving me the chance, and Allah gives you a lot of barakat in time, because all the our community has few volunteers, and they get
overwhelmed with the amount of work
and the fatigue syndrome is the word I'm looking for. And then whenever the work comes, everybody looks on the same person. So let's
create more of people like us,
clone more.
Yes, more community leaders. So,
Inshallah.
Seniors watching this talk show, Please try to utilize your time effectively. Do not stay alone at home. There's lots that you can do in the community. Contact community leaders around your areas and see what you can come up, and everybody is willing to help you. And you will also be a wonderful volunteer giving back to the community, especially through the New Horizons for Seniors program. So, once again, thank you so much for watching our talk show funded by the New Horizons for Toronto on behalf of the North American Muslim Foundation. Thank you, your host, Sajida Khan. See you on our next talk show.